All right, so we have our 2 jugs of water right here, and we also have our iPhone 7 that you can see right there, fully working order, as you can see. And you can see that lens just to show that it is the iPhone 7. We also have the iPhone 6 right here. We're gonna turn up the brightness here on both of these. And we have auto lock turned on to never, so it should never go off the display. And we're actually going to time this just with our stopwatch, just to see which one gives out first. So again, iPhone 6s and the iPhone 7. Let's go ahead and pop these open and throw them in. So is the iPhone 7 more water resistant than the iPhone 6s? Let's find out. So it's hard to see from the main camera, but you can actually see from the iPhone 6s that there's definitely some air bubbles, meaning that there's water getting inside that device. We haven't actually seen anything from the iPhone 7 just yet, but let's stay tuned. So we got a little notification here saying no SIM card is installed. And there goes voice control. Let's just let it do its thing here. So the iPhone 6s is definitely wigging out already before 3 minutes. And I haven't even seen an air bubble come from the iPhone 7 yet. Looks like voice control has taken over the iPhone 6s once again. So we're coming up on 15 minutes here, and just a little information on the iPhone 7 and how it's actually waterproof. So basically there are several different things that Apple did in order to make this device a little bit more waterproof. So the way that they did that is they basically used several tricks. Like I said, they used an adhesive strip that's basically considerably stronger, holding the screen in place than the previous generations. You're also going to see the camera bump on the outside, on the back of the device, is also suspected to be done for waterproofing. Also, if you take a look at the SIM tray, if you open that thing up, there's actually a gasket, just a rubber gasket basically to keep that water out. Same thing for the mute switch, it has a gasket of its own. Of course, every hole and every button on the device has to have some type of waterproofing involved in order to keep that water out of the device. So also the volume buttons are nested snugly into the case. And of course we have the headphone jack removal as well. So as you guys know, there is no headphone jack on the iPhone 7. There is basically just a speaker grill there. Now the speaker grill does not house a speaker. It's just a speaker grill. Now there is a component right above the speaker grill inside the device, and that also has waterproofing. Alright guys, so you can see the iPhone 6s does not look like it's doing very well. It looks like there's some pixels down at the bottom. As you can see right down here, it's definitely fading out, and it didn't quite make it 20 minutes. So the iPhone 7 is still going very strong, hasn't had any leaks whatsoever that I can tell. I haven't seen any bubbles. I've just been standing here watching it the entire time. So you can still see a couple bubbles coming from the iPhone 6s, and that thing looks like it is done for. Let's go ahead and let the 7 run out for a little bit more. Ooh, the iPhone 6s is doing something crazy now. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at this thing. There's definitely water in there. As you can see, it is still dripping out. We also have some weird text here. I'm looking at it through the camera, so it's kind of hard to read. But it's definitely jacked up. And you can see the iPhone 7 is still going strong. And the 6S is actually pretty hot. I assume that's just from the screen being on. Hopefully it doesn't blow up in my hand or anything. It's not a Note 7. Shaking the iPhone 6, you can actually hear water in there. Does not sound good. So I'm trying to reboot it now. I just held down the power button and the home button. Let's see what happens. I have a pretty good feeling it's not going to come back. Oh, it's saying it's out of battery. That hissing might be the battery, so that battery might blow up. I'm not sure. So we're at 30 minutes and 33 seconds now, and I don't think the iPhone 7 is going to budge whatsoever. I mean, this thing has been a tank. I mean, I really have to give props to Apple for figuring this out, because I have definitely, absolutely ruined a phone just by having it in my pocket when I jumped into the swimming pool. Now, as for the iPhone 6s, it's probably be fine if you jumped into the pool, because it lasted about 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes. It was about 18 minutes, I think, before it actually gave out and became really hot to the touch. But as for the iPhone 7, that thing is a boss. Alright guys, I don't think the iPhone 7 is going to budge. It seems like it's Fort Knox when it comes to water. Let's go ahead and pull this guy out. And let's see if actually any water comes out of the phone. So it's definitely recognizing some touches there. If I try to use it, seems to work absolutely just fine. No problems there. Let's play some music just to see if there's any water in the speakers. So I'm going to dunk this back in just so you guys can get a look at this. Let's get some water in those speakers. All right, I'm going to play something. You can see it spraying the water out. That's pretty sweet. So the iPhone 7 is definitely the true winner in this lineup. Apple did a great job in terms of water resistance. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below. Of course, if you guys want an iPhone 7 giveaway, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comments below, and follow me on Twitter. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.